Hi, my name is Rayna, and I'm one of the grade 12 girls leaders, and I'm here today to share a little bit of what God has been teaching me lately with you all. And before I get into that, I'd just like to start by asking you all a question, and that is, have you ever questioned your worth? Let me ask it another way. Have you ever looked at someone else and wished that you could be more like them? Or maybe you've looked at yourself and wished that you were less a certain way. And if you have, then you're definitely not alone. In fact, I'm willing to bet that every single one of the people watching this video right now have felt that way at some point in their lives. And I would definitely be no exception to that. In fact, it's something that I would say I've struggled with for most of my life. I remember in high school, I was diagnosed with ADHD and severe generalized anxiety. That was a pretty significant moment for me, and it really caused me to question how I might be better if I didn't have to deal with those mental disabilities. I also grew up in a household with 3 younger sisters who I love very, very much, but sometimes their skills and their talents and it would really cause me to question my own. I'd see how charismatic and outgoing they were, and I would look at myself and wish that I could be more like that. And as these doubts, about my disabilities and looking at other people and comparing myself to them, it started causing me to question my own value, my own worth. And so I started to look at trying to be what other people wanted me to be, or what I thought they wanted me to be. And I thought that maybe if I could just do that, if I could just, do what other people expected and please them, then I could have value. And it was exhausting, to be honest. And it wasn't until I really read and understood Romans 12, verse 4-6, that I realized my mistake in thinking this way. And it reads, "For just as each of us has one body with many members, and these members do not all have the same function, so in Christ we, though many, form one body, and each member belongs to all the others. We have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us." And according to these verses, we have each been given a purpose that only we can fill. Like, I've been given a job by God that only I can do. And no one else can do that job for me. And so if my purpose comes from God, then how can I fill that purpose by seeking to please other people, by seeking to be what other people expect me to be? Well, I can't. That's the simple answer. And I think that there's something really freeing and empowering in that. But it raised the question, well, if that's the case, then what is my purpose? And if we go to Matthew 22:37 and 38, I think it becomes really clear. And it says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself." So by loving God and spending time in his presence, that's my purpose. And through that, I started to learn my value, because I was looking at what he was saying about me and not what other people were saying about me. And since that point, I've started to become more confident in myself and the abilities that God has given me. And that's why I'm able to sit here and share my testimony today. And does that mean that I don't get anxious anymore? Definitely not. You should feel my heartbeat right now. It's going crazy. But the difference is that I have a confidence in my own abilities that comes from God. And that overshadows the anxiety that I feel. To wrap this up, I'd just like to read a verse that's been really impactful for me, and especially in the past couple of years. And I remember hearing it then, and it just hit me in a different way. And so I hope that as you hear it today, you really embrace these words. Let God speak into your heart and to who you are today. Psalms 139, verse 14. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well.